So your sleep is so important. I cannot stress enough about getting a good quality of sleep, and some of the oils that help you get a good quality of sleep that I've mentioned before is cedar wood, and then lavender, and then also we tend to sleep with our baby most nights, so we use Gentle Baby as well. So all three of these help to diffuse them at night, especially when you're going to bed or maybe an hour before bed, but during your sleep too, to help promote more relaxative sleep. Is that a word, relaxative? At any rate. So the other one I use often is Valor, however you say it. And this one is wonderful because it helps with snoring, but also so does cedarwood. Cedarwood works really well too, but when they got the heavy duty snores, sometimes you gotta go up to the Valor and use that. So diffuse that at night, just add it to your diffuser, water and everything. If you don't know how to do that, give me a message and I'll tell you how to do that. But the other little trick I do, I've mentioned before that I will put this on my husband's feet while he's sleeping if he's got some heavy duty snoring going. And literally 30 seconds or less, it's amazing. It will just stop. And you're like, how did that happen? Oh, sorry, I just blinked out there. My phone's going dead. So literally 30 seconds or less. I'll time it next time and tell you. But it'll just stop and you think, was that the oil that did that? And yeah, it is, because I will push them, I will shove them sometimes. If the diffuser is not enough, we go to the feet and I will put this on his feet. So sometimes if my bottle is empty, I will literally just put a drop on my finger, run it down his foot. Don't sit there and rub it or anything like that. I do that for my baby. I'll use the Gentle Baby and coconut oil and I rub her feet, and that helps put her to sleep. But for him, he's already sleeping. He's not going to let me do that. So I just a dot on my finger, run it down his feet. He like flinches and he has no idea I even did it. Watching this, he will learn and find out, but he doesn't really know I do that. But the other thing that I will do when I'm more prepared, which I'm almost to the bottom of the barrel here, is we have little glass bottles. You can see it's pretty tiny. We have larger ones in the office too, but I don't have to use this that often. But I just add a drop of the Valor, actually a couple drops. But if you look at the bottle, since it's such a small opening, a little tip, if you look at the bottle of essential oil, that hole in the middle, the drop doesn't come out of there. That's the air hole, but there is a tiny, tiny, tiny little, I see it there, little dot, which you're never going to be able to see on this camera here, but that's where the drop actually comes from. So if you just angle that, you get a no pour or no spill pour here. And I will do, I said a drop, but I lied. It's like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 drops that I'll put in there. And then, because it is a thicker oil, I will put a little bit of organic witch hazel on. And this one here, I think we are still out at the office. We need to get that back in. But this is the Mountain Rose Herbs, which I do like. They're witch hazel. And then I just pour a little bit in there just to fill it up partially. And you'll see it clumps together at first. But when you put the lid on and shake it, it stays shook pretty well. But that helps so you can just spray it on their feet and they don't even know. I usually do a couple different sprays on each on each foot. This is a great video. And then that'll help. But I make sure you don't dilute it too much. I try to still make it pretty potent. And when you're spraying it, you end up spraying a couple drops. But I lost my lids. So that's a great little trick. So use that because it does work really good. Don't tell your husbands. Or husbands if your wife snore too. Especially if you're pregnant, sometimes all that pressure on everything, you might start to snore towards the end of your pregnancy. That would help. Although I need to double check myself and see if Valor is okay with pregnancy. Don't do that till I check it. Lavender you can use. So that's my DIY for today. Hope that helps you guys in getting a good quality of sleep. Your body cannot recoup, it cannot regenerate if you are not getting enough sleep. And also if you have sleep issues, getting chiropractic adjustments really help give you sound sleep. And it just helps your whole body be able to just relax and get its downtime to recuperate. So think about coming in to get a chiropractic adjustment too. That's my baby for go-to